Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I will be welcoming back my good friend from the Bay Area, Ana-Marie Urbieta. Ana-Marie, she's been taking a time out from the podcast for almost a year now because she thought that all I wanted to talk about was sex, but I'm having her back on today to prove her otherwise. I want to get a little bit deeper, talk about my LA trips, talk about, maybe some Halloween stuff like that. Ana-Marie is my best friend, my BFF since high school, and I'm proud of that. And I'm proud to have her back on finally. So yeah, here is my new interview, I should say, with Ana-Marie Urbieta.
Hey there.
What's up?
Sorry, my phone on silent.
Oh, it's okay. My phone is always on silent. I hate the sound of ringing.
Yeah, well, I put it on for you. When I realized I missed 2 calls.
Well, thank you. Yeah. So, welcome back after like nearly a year almost.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I guess I lose track of time in life.
Yeah, we all do. I just woke up the other day and finally realized I'm 36. I gotta get a fucking move on. Otherwise, I'm gonna be 40 and still collecting Social Security.
What are your plans as far as getting a move on?
My whole life is a gamble, and it's not intentional. It's just it sucks being unique because just everyone has trouble trusting you and all this stuff, But
Yeah.
this year has been just a total clusterfuck, I mean, 3 days in a row back in May, it was the worst. First, the pilot got canceled because of Paul. Then that person I was going to stay with in LA, she fucking got in trouble with the law. And then my mom got hurt at work.
Yeah, and then I heard there was something about your brother, too.
Yeah, he's in jail right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
No shortage of stuff going on in your life, I suppose.
It's pretty bad, yeah. And
Well, I'm glad you stuck to it with the podcast. That's certainly something that'll keep you busy and your mind off of things, or maybe your mind on things, but better things.
I was only stopping it just because I thought I was moving, but I've kept on doing it and stuff. And Halloween October has been pretty good. I haven't counted how many horror people I've had on this month, but it's a lot. I don't think it's as much as last year, but my goal for this year was to either top it or equal it, and I hope I did either one.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, it's just been a crazy year, and I went to LA twice this year, and I don't know if I told you about the first one, but I got offered a movie role.
Yeah, did you accept it?
Yeah, but it hasn't been financed yet, and it hasn't gotten into production yet, so I have to wait on that.
Okay, well, either way, it's promising to know that there's some interest there.
Yeah. I mean, I was offered the role of a mafia guy in a movie about the mob, and I don't think of myself like that, but hey, I'll take it. I mean, put a black wig on me or something.
You're a big guy, so you probably can't afford some of the stereotypes you're gonna get.
Yeah, well, that's fine with me. I don't care. But so that really excited me, and that whole week, oh my God, was insane. I mean, me and my mother, we were running around, just going from one place to the next, meeting with guests from the podcast and stuff. It was a lot of fun and stuff. My mother, she embarrassed me a little bit, but I'm over it now. But
wait, was she this before she got injured?
Yes, this was middle of April.
Got it.
Because she got injured. She got injured second week of May.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I went back last month for only 3 days with my buddy Rudy, and it was a pretty quick 3 days. It went by really fast, but it was fun there too. And we stayed at the Marriott during the convention, and I had the best buffet breakfast I have ever had in my life. It was worth the $25.
You know what's funny? I mean, I like really good food.
Mm-hmm.
I had a trip to Europe recently.
Oh, really?
One of the best breakfasts I had was at the Marriott. I hate the hotel. Like it's totally corporate and tasteless.
Yes.
But I have to say, like, for a person who doesn't like buffets, they put on a really good one.
Yes, I totally agree with you. It is corporate and tasteless. And, oh my God, I learned my lesson. Never put your debit card on file when you're doing a hotel. Do credit card, because okay, this is what happened. They took more money off of my debit card than they were supposed to. And then the next day...
I've had this happen to me before.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, and then they put it back. And then, it was the weekend, so everything was unclear. And then that Tuesday, it was that Tuesday, I took all my money out of my account, and then I was overdrawn, so I had to put it back the next day.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I did the same thing one time. I went on a work trip.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot my credit card. And so I had to put the on my debit card.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember exactly how much they took out.
Yeah.
But I ended up, I think I overdrew, or I did something. And it was just a fucking nightmare to resolve. I eventually did, but never, ever forget your credit card when you're traveling. It's like a word.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can shut that little fuck out in a second.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not bothering me.
No, it's not.
No.
Stop barking, please. Can you
No.
stop barking?
We just got a cat.
Yeah?
Yeah, this little kitten. My mom goes to AA, and there's this woman there who was giving away kittens, and so she got one.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not really a cat person, but I've been obsessed with hairless cats. Like, I'm to the point where I think I want a hairless cat.
Yeah, she's a short hair.
No, I'm talking about a bald cat.
Yeah.
They look like little aliens, but they're so cute. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see in the next few years if I end up sticking with that obsession and finally getting one. But I'm not gonna lunge at one quite yet. I still have a puppy in the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you though. They are cute.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Bigglesworth and Austin Powers.
Yes. I didn't even think about Mr. Bigglesworth until somebody mentioned it when I was talking about how cute they are.
Yeah.
I guess at the time I wasn't really interested in cats at all. But Instagram will change your mind real quick.
Yeah.
What's your account?
Yeah. So, oh my God! So I didn't even know you were in Europe. So where'd you go?
I mean, pretty much just Paris and Greece.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make it around France at all, just Paris. And then we went in Greece, I went to Athens, a little bit outside of Athens, just like, to go to beaches and stuff like that. Little beach town, or I don't know if it's considered a beach town, but called Flisada.
Uh-huh.
And then we made our way to Santorini. And did a day in Mykonos, and then back to Paris for a little over 24 hours, and then back home. It was like a quick trip, but a good one. I mean, I'd like to do it again on my own time, so with my sister, and
yeah,
traveling with sister it was nice, but I like to be more selfish when I'm traveling.
Yeah, I
make it all about myself.
Yeah, when I was in the hospital, me and my mom talked about we wanted to go to Europe next few years, and she actually knew somebody who could actually get us there for free. But we haven't taken advantage of it though, because my mom's had to work and get us a place to live. But now we think we may be able to do it soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really budgeting. I got lucky. My aunt, she didn't pay for all of it, but she gave us a nice little allowance towards it. Like, I don't know if they were birthday gifts or what she considered it, but she definitely reached out and said, I want this to happen for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so next year, oh my God, we got so much up in the air, but things are getting so good for me overall, but like, my mom's suing the company, that she worked for, that she got injured by. Suing them because, they left that equipment on the floor so she could trip,
Uh-oh.
And so...
Who's they? Is this negligence of another employee, or this
yes,
is something like your policy was to...
It is. It's negligence.
Get out?
It's negligence, and we're looking at $1 million here.
I will cross my fingers for you, but I won't hold my breath.
Well, if we get it, we got 6 months. We got at least half a year rent in LA if we do.
Is your mom wanting to move to LA as well?
She does and she doesn't. I mean, we have this one friend of hers staying with us right now that we've known for 25 years, and he does a lot of traveling work, and he's going to be going to Idaho sometime next year. And my mom's thinking of going if he's gonna give us his RV trailer, and me and Rudy, we can go stay in a trailer park somewhere in LA while they're in Idaho, and that's another option.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I'm actually dating a guy that's from Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's not relevant. No, I was just wondering, like, what job prospects are for her in LA. Like, it just seems like...
Oh, she's retired now.
Oh, so she can't even work again.
Yeah, she was weeks away of retirement when that happened, and she was still able to do it.
Well, that's unfortunate that injured, like, right when he was ready to be done with it all.
Yeah, but it's going to take a while. California has really fucked up rules, I'll tell you.
Oh, I feel like the world has fucked up rules.
Well, yeah, that too. We know that. But California is really fucked up. And it sucks over here and stuff. The The laws over here are really fucked up. Yeah, we can't even get the charges dropped on my brother. We gotta wait until court November 7th.
You can't get the charges what for your brother?
Dropped.
You want them dropped?
I personally don't, but she does, and she can't get them dropped.
Well, I don't know that should be dropped. It's kind of out of mom's hands for a reason, because in lots of circumstances, victims feel guilted into dropping charges. Or
exactly.
Yeah, so I think it's a good thing, and I'm sorry that your brother is
an asshole.
Going to well, no, I'm sorry that he's an asshole as well. But I'm also sorry that it's tough because your family is going through something, and it's not necessarily I don't think anybody wins in this situation.
No.
Like your mom's extra stressed out because that's her son.
Yep.
You're stressed out that's your brother, yet he was abusive. So, that leaves you in a tough spot.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this carries out and stuff. I'm just glad that there's no more arguing in here, no more insanity. It's been great the last month or so. And you know what he did? He called a couple of my podcast guests while he was under the influence.
Oh boy, what did he say?
Oh, he didn't say nothing. He just pressed redial, and when they answered it and he didn't hear mom's voice, he just hung up on them.
Oh, well, I guess that's goodish that he didn't.
Yeah, I got
something stupid.
I got in trouble though, but nothing worth talking about though. I'm still trying to resolve it and all that stuff, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm just glad that there's no more arguing because it was bad. I mean, it was so bad that I thought someone was gonna die in here.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. No, I understand what you're saying. When you said someone, never mind. I understand. And again, it might be for the best that he's gonna actually get consequences for what he's done, because it sounds like he really lets his anger and his substance use get out of hand to the point where he's not only hurting himself, he's hurting his family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, his wife really fucked him up bad. I mean, he was already fucked up, but his wife made it worse and stuff. He can't even see his kids. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you don't know what she was putting up with for.
Oh, I do. Oh, I do. She told me, but she's no spring chicken herself. I'll tell you,
none of us are. Come on.
She's at fault here just as much as he is.
You think?
Yes.
All right.
Because I've seen it. But yeah, I'm glad that Halloween's in a few days. I mean, I'm not going to do anything or nothing, but at least the holidays are coming.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna volunteer at one of the organizations here to help during Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Christmas too. I'm gonna visit my dad in Washington soon. I haven't seen him in 3 years. That'd be great to go see him and get away from here.
What's he up to?
He's struggling, working.
Mm-hmm.
Him and my stepmom, they're struggling over there. They go days without eating sometimes. It's that bad.
Do they not have any food stamp SNAP benefits programs out there, or are they not eligible? What's going on with that?
Not eligible. Yeah, my stepmom's not eligible. I guess I don't know. I mean, she's collecting disability, but she's trying to get a job, but it's really tough out there. It's not like California where she can get to be a live-in nurse for the elderly and stuff, and because it's her age. She's 65 now.
Yeah.
So it's really, really tough.
Calling for people of retirement age to be taking care of other people of retirement age, especially in this economy.
Yeah. Yeah. Just this whole world is just going straight to hell.
Yeah. Well, I do hope that, I don't know, I hope that whatever it is might work out in LA. If your mom gets to move there, that would be even better. Not that I want you to live with mom forever or whatever.
Yeah.
But it seems like you've gotten screwed over by a lot of things, and your mom is really your constant.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be nice to hear that you guys have been able to make that permanent move.
Yep. It would be nice. And, especially with all these goals I have and all the things I want to do while I'm out there and stuff, I just hope it happens. And it looks like it's going to. And
Yeah.
we were at a convention last weekend in Santa Rosa. And by the way, we saw all the houses that are on fire, by the way, now. We saw all the ones that were on fire last year, too. And some of my guests were there at the convention, and they were just saying all these great things about me that I couldn't believe it, It made me want to cry.
Uh-huh. It's nice that you have lasting relationships from the work that you do.
Mm-hmm. Not as many as I'd like, but at least I have them, and I can't wait to just live up to that to that promise that I show.
Mm-hmm.
But God, I can't believe you went to Europe. That is so cool.
Yeah, no, it was a good trip. I'd like I'd like to travel more, but this stupid thing called work and money, it really controls things.
Oh, yeah, are you still at that job you don't like?
I am. Well, wait, hold on. No, my last job I really liked. This has to be the one. But if it's been a year since if it hasn't been a year since we talked, it's been a year since we did podcast, right?
Yeah, since Christmas time.
Got it. That makes sense. Because a year ago, I loved my job.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I think over the last 6 months or so, it's just gotten more and more overwhelming, and I'm not happy with it. And I am looking right now, but I'm not really aggressively looking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm comfortable, and I'm indecisive on what my next steps should be, which is why I'm not really looking as aggressively as I could or should.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. One day, somewhere out there.
Yeah, I had this conversation with my dad several months ago. We talked about how God always makes us land on our feet, but we're never happy and we never get what we want,
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the world or it's just destiny. I don't know what it is. I have no idea.
The only thing that you don't know if it's world or the destiny that has us land on our feet the way we do.
That we haven't gotten to where we want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I want to believe in fate and all of those things, but it's certainly hard to when, everybody's been handed out different things and everybody has different control over people. So I don't know, I guess that might agree with fate that we just don't have the same advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah. I always say though, this has been very profound. The last few years that I've realized this. I advise anybody who's unique and different. When you start getting some heat wherever you're at, whether it's at work or anywhere socially, get out within a year or two. because you overstay your welcome, bad things are going to happen. This happened to me many times. When I worked at Long's for 2 years, I should have left.
Mhm.
I should have left probably months before I did. Before I fucking went to Arizona. You know, I should have left probably that summer at least when I started losing weight and doing stand up, but I didn't. I should have left Swinging Door probably around January of '09 instead of November. I should have,
Mhm.
but then again, probably you and I probably wouldn't have reconnected unless it would have been on Facebook or something.
Did
But
we reconnect at Swinging Door? Is that what happened?
yeah,
I forgot about that. I remember seeing you there, but I didn't realize that we weren't in touch at the time.
oh yeah, we weren't in touch at the time. I didn't even know if you were on. I was using MySpace at that time, so I didn't even know if you were on MySpace. I had, been on Facebook too, but I didn't know if you were on there or not.
Well, I was. I was on all those things. I was in the military when all that stuff came out. So I was very excited to connect online and kind of see what people were up to. I mean, now it's just, it's
Yeah.
a lot of extra bullshit. But at the time, it seemed like a um, brilliant platform to connect with people that I thought were worth connecting or reconnecting with.
Hmm.
I don't know what I think of it anymore, but I'm still on all of them, or not all of them, Instagram and Facebook. So, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah. And then Rooster Teeth Feathers. I should have. I don't know at what point when I should have stopped performing there and stuff. But then when that shit happened, I don't know if I told you about it. It happened last year. I just should have. I should have just left earlier than that. But that was the only club that gave me stage time, so that's why I was there for as long as I was. And then hanging out with that guy Dan that I was in the car accident with. I should have gotten out of there, in February of 2014 when he got me drunk off all those Long Islands and left the bar with that girl that I was on a date with. But I didn't.
I didn't know. I did know about that.
Oh yeah, there was that, and then there was the strip club incident where we got roofied and robbed.
What?
Yep.
That's a fucking story that I don't think I heard.
Okay, well I'll tell you. So after the Long Island incident, we didn't talk for like 4 months, and this is when I was homeless. Okay, during the Long Island incident, I was staying at my friend Becky's place in San Carlos, and then I didn't talk to him for like 4 months. I was up in Daly City in that group home that was fucking terrible, and
I remember that.
yes, and I was staying at the San Carlos Inn a lot of the time with my friend Matt during that time. So after Matt left, went back to Minnesota, and I was moving into the Redwood City group home. We started hanging out again, me and Dan, and we started going to the strip club in San Francisco because he was banging a stripper there, and we would go to this other strip club next door. And one night we were there, and we got roofied and robbed there. He had $1,000 in cash because he worked at Artichoke Joe's Casino. So he had $1,000 in cash, and by the end of the night, he had $20 left. I'm trying to remember. I think I had $200 in cash and $200 on my debit card because I was working my security job at the time. And by the time that night was over, I had nothing. So Dan had $20, and that was enough to get us to the bus stop and get us home. And it was fucking scary. Like they took me, like it was a couple black stripper girls. They like took me into this room. They gave me this vodka that was like roofied and shit. And then fucking next thing you know, I wake up and I'm getting a blowjob from one of them, and then all my money's gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a fucking crazy story.
Yes. Now check this out. So we so we took a cab to the bus stop, and the cab ride must have been like $10-12, and I had $2 for the bus, and he gave me $2 for the bus, and I didn't get to Redwood City into that home until like 6 in the morning. Now they were all up at like 5:30 in the morning and having breakfast. I was able to sneak in without them hearing me and get in there, take my clothes off, and go right to bed. But they knew that I wasn't there when I never had breakfast with them. They knew my sleeping habits because I worked late night security.
Got it.
So I went right to sleep. I woke up at, I believe it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I went on a line to see if my bank accounts were okay, and they weren't. And I didn't have any of that money, which I already knew. And so I called my mom and told her, oh, she was pissed, I'll tell you, because, she didn't have any money either because she wasn't working at that time at all.
Yeah.
And she had to borrow. And I tried to see if my dad could send me any money, and he couldn't. And so I had to wait until, like, that weekend. My mom was coming to town, and she had some money that was borrowed that she was going to give to me.
That's fucking sucks.
So that was fucking scary. She told me to stop hanging out with him, and I should have listened, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta learn to sit on your own.
Yeah. But that taught me one hell of a lesson. But I should have stopped hanging out with him, then and there, but I didn't. But the point I'm trying to make is that everybody who's unique, once they start getting some heat and they start getting like jealousy and frostbite from people, get out. Don't overstay your welcome. And I did that too many times, but I've learned. You'd be surprised at the jealousy that runs wild today. I mean, nobody can be happy for anybody's success anymore, it seems.
I think you're spot on when you say that. I'm not nobody, but there's too many people who it's like for some reason they feel like your success means their failure.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than saying, wow, somebody who I'm close to and care about is doing really well, and I'm proud of them.
Yeah. I mean, my brother, when he got drunk, this past year all the time, he was always jealous about me and stuff. He's always calling me a loser and stuff. Because that's what he did when I was a kid. He was always calling me a loser.
Yeah, tell him to go the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm just glad the insanity here is just died down. And, I'm going with mom to AA and stuff, and, trying to get her.
You go to meetings as well?
I go to the meetings with her, but I don't need the meetings because, I can't drink if I wanted to. And
yeah, but it's so nice to have the support of, you were a drinker, and I don't know. I don't think it's a terrible idea for you to go to meetings. I don't think it's a terrible idea for me to go to meetings, and I still drink.
Well, the people you meet at AA, a lot of them are pretty shady, I'll tell you.
Oh, never mind. I had this vision that it was a positive environment.
Oh, it can be. It can be, but you got to be careful with who you align yourself in. And over here in Reading, most of the people don't have teeth here because they've done meth. And I'm not exaggerating. That is true.
No, I know you're not. That's why I'm laughing.
And yeah, and she's met a lot of people with no teeth there, and I've told her, to be careful and stuff.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the loss of teeth is from a different part of their life.
Mm-hmm.
Before they decided to clean up.
She made the announcement last week in the meeting that she needed a sponsor. Next thing you know, people with no teeth are coming to her, and I'm like, oh God, you know. What I would have done, I would have just, I mean, she was already talking to people individually anyway. I would have just said to them, hey, I need a sponsor. Would you be my sponsor? And choose that way instead of making the announcement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, my mom's the exhibitionist, and that's where I get it from. So, of course, she made the announcement.
All right. Oh, shit.
So what's your day like today?
Well, right now I am cooking food for my dog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I don't usually cook food for my dog, but I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'm just bored, and I thought it would be fun. But outside of this, well, we have a lot planned.
You don't have a lot planned?
No, I don't.
Huh.
I might go to lunch later, but then again, I have a lot of food that I can make for myself. So, it's just a friend of mine wants to watch the Patriots game. I'm not sure how I feel about watching the Patriots game, just because I don't know. I'm messed up in my head, and I associate the Patriots with Trump just because of that friendship that exists, or friendship that exists. So, I don't know.
The Niners are kicking ass.
I've heard, which is interesting. I've been a bandwagon fan, and I fell off, when Kaepernick did. Well, actually, no, I did. I fell off when Kaepernick did, but I have a hard time supporting the NFL in general because I just support Kaepernick.
Yeah. My mom and I were having a conversation yesterday about how he was the worst thing that ever happened to the 49ers.
That's not true.
Really? I just think that he was just too involved in self-promotion.
He definitely was into himself. He had a lot of rights to be into himself, but he could have spent more time actually, bettering himself as a quarterback and not just leaning on his natural abilities, which the guy was a physical specimen as far as, athletes go. He still is. But yeah, no, I think, I don't know, I just think he could have been a better quarterback, and he just got too big too fast. But he brought a lot of great attention to the 49ers, and that, that can't be a bad thing for them. I don't see it as.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. But I think he got so hung up taking a knee in the bedroom that he started doing it on the field too much.
Yeah, but his career went down before that happened. So I'm not. I think the NFL is unfair to keep him out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But he was pretty much going to be done with the 49ers. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm surprised he hasn't.
I'm not a football pro.
I'm surprised he hasn't become a movie star yet.
What?
I'm surprised he hasn't become a movie star yet.
No, he wants to be an athlete. I think that's where he sees himself, and I think the NFL is kind of fucked up to not let him back in the sport.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not much of a sports guy. I mean, played football in high school. I just did it, hopefully to get girls.
He did it because he looked good in the uniform.
I did?
I don't know. I was just teasing because, I think the uniform was, it makes guys look more manly.
Yeah.
You're wearing the pads and the tight pants. like makes your butt look all narrow and your shoulders all big.
God, those were good days. I miss those days so much. I still remember stuff from them. And like every time me and Rudy are hanging out, we just reminisce about it. We just miss it so much.
Well, when you said Rudy, I didn't realize you were talking about Rudy from high school.
Yep.
It's really cool that you're still friends.
Yeah, well, it's funny. We weren't that close back in high school, and then I saw him at his 10-year reunion, year before mine. They were at the Vinyl Room, and oh my God, I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he was in the acting business and shit. And one of my big regrets was after getting fired from Swinging Door, not pursuing acting and stuff. I was still scared at that point. I had a lot of scars from high school drama because all those popular kids, they were such assholes, that were in the drama club and doing theater and stuff, And I was afraid of running into that again, and running into people from high school, in Bay Area theater and stuff.
Which is so funny. I mean, I don't know how many people like are professional actors now. I mean, I guess I do know a few, but it's just funny that I don't know. I feel like in other schools, that the drama club and all that stuff, they're all a bunch of losers.
Yeah.
For some reason, in our school, it was like they were kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I really thought that Peter Musante was going to be a huge star.
I mean, he's successful in his own right.
Yeah.
Who else? Allie Hoffman is professionally acting. I don't know what she's
Really?
doing.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah. So I've seen her on just commercials, like nothing major, but recently enough that she's obviously still trying to put herself out there.
Wow, I did not know that. Well, Mickey Finnegan, he's an Emmy Award-winning director.
Oh yeah, we know that. Everybody knows that. The world knows about Mickey Finnegan.
Yeah.
Wait, what was his Emmy for? Or Emmy?
He directed some TV show, I think.
Oh, I don't know. I knew about the party rock stuff, and I know he continued on to do other things. I think I don't know what the Emmy was for.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, the guy was talented, and everybody knew that in high school, so surprise, surprise.
Yeah. I mean, Rudy, he's gotten a lot of acting roles up in San Francisco that he's been getting lately. And he's trying to put together a demo reel and stuff. And I'm really glad that he's focused because he was a lost soul for a while too. He was going off the rails for a while, but he's doing really good right now.
Good. Here.
Yeah. And I just talked to my friend Amanda the other day, who was going to be a part of the horror show pilot, and she's a board member of the public access station in Pacifica.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, so her and I are working on making it happen. So yeah, so there's a possibility there that we'll make it happen by early next year.
Well, yeah, that's really good then.
Yeah, we'll get to go up to the studio and stuff. We don't have to do it in your place no more.
Well, then I was looking forward to my house becoming famous, but whatever. If you have a proper studio, I guess that's cool too.
Yeah, or if not, then maybe we can do it at your place, but we'll.
I last, whatever option. Again, it's a San Francisco house, so it's not huge, but it's big enough.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see there. That would be just fucking awesome. And the script I wrote was hilarious. I may have to make some adjustments here and there, but I'm really proud of what I came up with.
Yeah.
But oh my god, the people who fucking said yes and then fucking canceled on me. I'm just so upset. It's just everything nowadays is me, and how much money, am I going to get? It's just fucking, that's not how all the entertainment we were influenced by happened. Everyone I knew.
That sounds for monetary reasons, did they?
What's that? What was that?
I didn't think they backed out for monetary reasons, did they?
Yeah, it was all about fucking money.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Because everything that we were influenced by, they started out with no money and stuff. I am a big supporter of the Groundlings Improv and Sketch Group in L.A., and they started with no money. They were performing, in friggin' the back of a bakery and like a theater with no chairs, only pillows. And like everyone's saying like, oh, times have changed now. Now you gotta pay this money here to rent this space and this and that. It's like, you know what? If you are that passionate about it, you'll do it for free until you've earned the right to make a living doing it.
Yeah.
Everyone's got this illusion that they've earned the right to make money from the very beginning of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad,
Yeah, it's not that.
Yeah, it's really, really sad. And I was really embarrassed that I got into those arguments like in front of everybody in that email and shit. That's one thing I do regret about it.
No. I don't remember them, to be honest, but I do know you were pretty pissed off, so.
Oh yeah, I was pretty fucking pissed off because I was looking forward to it for the longest time that I actually had people to commit to this. And Paul, I'm just so upset at him. I haven't talked to him since. I won't talk to him again. I'm just so mad. And people have told me too that he's really shady. I mean, I knew that there was people who didn't like him for whatever reason because he doesn't give them stage time, mainly because they're assholes themselves. But I could start to see now what they mean about him.
No, he doesn't get the most reliable person. I mean, yeah, I just don't see how he, I don't know. So he thought he could pull it off, or why he didn't agree to it, he couldn't pull it off.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, good things are on the horizon.
Hopefully.
Hmm. What color are your toes painted?
They're not painted right now.
Yeah, neither are mine. But
I was gonna say, like, I was going pretty regularly to get pedicures,
Mhm.
and I got lazy and stopped doing it myself. But then I haven't been going for manicures or pedicures, so now, because I'm not doing it myself, my hands are naked, my feet are naked, and no face.
Yeah, I had purple with sparkles when I was in LA the second time, and then the first time I had blue green because it was Easter time.
Yeah.
Hmm. It was a lot of fun.
But the purple sparkles a lot of fun, or are you still talking about LA?
LA. LA was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God, though, every time I go there, the traffic is getting worse and worse.
Every time you go to what?
Every time I go to LA, the traffic is getting worse and worse.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the case here as well. Just traffic. I don't know. I don't know.
Yep.
Inner cities are getting busier. Rural communities probably, I don't know, maybe they're growing, maybe they're shrinking.
It
It's hard to say.
is. All we gotta do is hope for the best.
Yeah, that's all we can do. Ugh.
Well, Anna, I'm glad that we got to do this again today.
Thank you for having me and calling me and being so flexible with my my belly phone issues.
Really quick though, are you gonna dress up for Halloween?
I'm not. I'm actually going to Mexico City for Halloween.
Really?
And I might do like a Calaveras mask,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not gonna do any like work. I didn't buy a costume. I don't have anything really planned.
Oh, that's awesome though.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to go. It's a friend's birthday, and there's really quite a few people who are going. So some from LA, some from San Francisco. A nice chunky group of people.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay home, eat candy, watch horror movies, and I doubt I'll get laid this year like I did last year. But that's all I need, really.
Was it the students last year? Was that what it was?
Yeah, I was the girl that had just moved in like a month before. She's gone now though.
Oh, but wasn't she like a temporary student, or am I thinking of somebody else?
No, she was a student. She was like in her early 20s, going to that cult school, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there'll be something else. Maybe not on Halloween, but something else soon. Reading is just such a small town. You got to get the fuck out of there.
Yes, it is. It is. Trust me. When I was in LA, oh my God, surrounded by all these free spirited fucking hot chicks. It was just so fun that way. It's like those are my kind of chicks.
Were you counting your opportunities?
Yeah.
Shoot, like, I could trust you. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, I went to go see one guest of mine at Son of Monster Palooza, and she was sitting next to another actress who was in the sequel of the movie she was in and stuff. I wanted to have a threesome with both of them, and I think I could have too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's the opportunity that you would have if you moved to LA, and it's not going to happen for you here in Reading.
No. No, it's not going to. You know.
All right, well, I will let you go, and I will get back to my day and whatever the heck I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I need to go back to sleep for a little while.
All right.
All right, hun.
Here now.
Love you. Talk to you soon.
Love you too. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Ana-Marie Urbieta. Ain't she a sweetheart? Yes, she is. My BFF. And she's so insightful and funny. I love her truly. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.